Hi guys, it's Mrs. Kronk and we're back to the number of the day. Now yesterday was number of the day 132 and I showed you the plus and minus 0 ways. We did them across and down. Plus and minus 1 ways. We did them up and down. We wrote it as 132, then we wrote in the hundreds, tens, and ones column format. We drew it as a group of 100 with the quick tens and ones. We also did it as a plus 10 minus 10. So we did 122 plus 10 was 132, and 142 take away 10 was 132. We also talked about doing it as a group of 100. 232 take away 100 got us to 132, and 100 plus 32 gave us 132. We decomposed our number here. We broke it apart all different ways. And we broke it all the way down to 25s, and then I showed you how to even take it further. You guys could do this at home till you can break it down all the ways to ones. Today's number of the day is 133, and we are going to do it like a clock. Now, if I wanted to show 133 on a clock, of course, I'd have to draw my clock, and the time would be written 1:33. Now, it's hard to draw clocks nice and round, so Miss Kronk always draws the 12 first, then the 6 straight down from it. Then I draw the 9 over here and the 3 here. Then I can go in and draw my other numbers, and it looks like a clock. Now I put a dot in the middle. Now I know this is the hour, and that's done with the shortest hand because we always read the shortest one first. So I draw a short hand a little past the 1, and then I find 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And if I look a little bit past there, it would probably be 33. So 133 would probably look like that. We could think about if it was AM or PM. If it was 1:33 AM, it would be very early in the morning and it would be dark outside. Very dark, you'd probably be sleeping. If it was 1:33 in the afternoon, we would be in math right now, and we would also be, when that finished, we'd be going out to recess at 2 o'clock. Next, we're going to talk about coins. Now, I could make $1.33. Now, that's how I write it, remember? Now, I could write it as $1, and remember I said we could draw dollars like this, dollar. 30. Is there any piece of money that gives me 30? No. I bet I could use 3 dimes. And I'll put a D on both of them to show they're dimes. So that would give me $1 and 10, 20, 30. And then I could do, how many pennies will I need? In the ones place, it looks like there's 3 pennies. So we could do penny, penny, penny. Now you could do this some other ways. You could do $1 and a quarter. Now that would take me to 25 cents. 5 up from that gets me to 30. What coin is worth 5 cents? Oh, that's right, it's a nickel. That's 30, and then I'll still need my 3 pennies to get to that 33 cents. Next, I'm a little ahead of myself. Let's talk about doing a times problem. Now, I know that 133 is made by making 100. So I know that 10 times 10 is 100. And then I could add 33 on to equal 133. But how many of you remember my tens trick? That anytime I times a number by 10, I can just add a 0 to the end. So if I had 2 times 10, it would equal 20. I take the 2 and the 0, and that gives me my answer. 3 groups of 10 gives me 30. I take the 3 and throw a 0 on the end. If I had 10 groups of 10, I take the 10 and I add a 0 on the end, and that gives me 100. Now 130 would be really close to 133. Can anybody think of the number that I would need to take 10 times or 10 groups of to get to 130? If I wrote the answer 130, there's the 13 and there's a 0. So there's my 0 there. I bet I need a 13. So 13 times 10 equals 130, plus 3 more would equal 133. Now the last way I'm going to show you today is called expanded form. And we have talked about this before. And it works like this. If my number I'm shooting for is 133, that means I can take 100 plus 30 plus 3, and if you look, and I add them together, it makes my stair steps. Do you remember it making stair steps? That's called expanded form, and it will get me to my number. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about quickly today are our shapes. Okay, we're going to say the shape's name and if it's a quadrilateral. Circle, no. Square, quadrilateral. Rectangle, quadrilateral. Now, Ms. Kronk's going to show you something new today. All 3 of these shapes are triangles, but did you know that these 3 shapes have different names? This is an equilateral triangle. All 3 sides are equal, so they call it equilateral. This is a scalene triangle, and I think of this because I could scale up the side and slide down. If I scale something, that means I climb it. This triangle is called an isosceles triangle, and it's a tall one with a short bottom. Now none of these are quadrilaterals because they only have 3 sides, and we know that triangles have 3 sides and 3 corners, and quadrilaterals have 4. This is a diamond or rhombus, and it's a quadrilateral. Parallelogram, quadrilateral. Trapezoid, quadrilateral. Oval, no. Let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides is a hexagon, so it's not a quadrilateral. And this is an octagon. It looks like a stop sign. It has 8. Remember our prefix octo means 8, like in an octopus or an octomom we talked about has 8 babies. Now let's look at our 3D shapes. We have a cube, a rectangular prism, a cone, a sphere, a pyramid, and a cylinder. See if you can find things in your house that are these shapes, and see if you can find those 3D shapes around your house. To close up today, I'm going to sing your favorite word part song. Now, I'm going to give you a letter. We're going to do the letter B. B, of course, says B, so let's put the B in. B-A-Y, bay, B-E-E-B, B-I, bicky bye, B-O-E, bo, bicky bye, bo, B-U-E, boo, bicky bye, bo, boo. And I hope you have a great evening tonight. Thank you. Have a great day.